When we moved to Montana, we didn't have a lot of friends or people to introduce us to the area. And so when our son Winston was 5 and old enough to start exploring summer activities, we came across YAA. And what was great is while he wasn't old enough to do sleepover camp, he could go to the day camp. And we actually signed him up for the entire summer, his very first year, literally every camp, every week for the entire summer. So we hit the ground running with YAA, and I should probably take a step back and talk about what we liked about it. It's in nature, outside of town in a quiet area. It's beautiful. We like that it's faith-focused and that Winston could be surrounded by children and counselors to support him growing as both a kid and in his faith. And so we jumped right in that first summer and immersed him in everything YAA. After Winston did the day camp, and I forget if he was 6 or 7 when he could do the rookie camp, we signed him up and he did his first overnight experience. And that rookie camp, it was just, I think it was 2 nights the first time, which was a big deal for us. It was Winston's first time doing an overnight away from home, whether it be with family or friends. It was his first time. And so parents, we were apprehensive, a little nervous. Winston was excited. And he just thrived. He thrived for those few days, got so much out of camp. We saw him really grow as a child in his independence, and it made him more excited to get older so that he could stay at camp longer. I always like to hear about Winston's stories from when he's at camp. I like to hear about what the themes were, what the focus was, because it's a great mix of activities, games, songs, and the fireside chats. I think the fireside chats in chapel is what really sticks with him. I think the biggest memory I have of Winston from camp is when his first year, actually, they asked the kids, does anyone want to declare their faith, or does anyone want to take a step? And he raised his hand and he was blessed, and they said a prayer at the counselors, and they gave him a Bible. It was his first Bible that wasn't, I think he got one for baptism, but it was his first Bible that he got as a child. And all the counselors wrote really special messages and were really excited about him taking this proactive step and making that declaration himself. And that's a memory that stands out to our family still. It was a few years ago, but we still use that Bible, and it's still that special kind of kickoff with camp. And I carry forward those stories of tell me about your themes, tell me about what you learned. And I like to hear how he recaps it and often teaches me something new too. What stands out is that every year the counselors remember our family, and not just Winston as a camper, but my husband and I as parents and our kids who have been growing up. We have 3 boys, and when Winston started coming to camp, we had 2. Then I came to camp pregnant, and then I came to camp with a baby. And to have the camp family really remember all of us and get to know each of our children, future campers, has really stood out to us. It means a lot that there's that investment in us as a family and as people beyond just a camper. I know we really appreciate the postcards that we get from Winston's counselors. We get Christmas cards and invited to family events, and I think that personal touch of reaching out at different points, making sure Winston continues to feel supported and loved, goes a really long way for our family. You want to go down? Hey, I'll think about anything else that really stands out, because we just have nothing but fond memories, to the point where my husband and I were like, we need to go to camp. When can we go to family camp? When can the little ones start camp? We're excited for our family to grow in YAA.